Now we're going to take a look at the buttons up here, for example, how you interact with things, and yeah, just a couple of things to be aware of when working with Git and Sourcetree. So yeah, the first thing to notice is that normally when I come to work or when I start working on a project, I will press this button here, the fetch button. The fetch button, if I click that, you can just leave these settings on the default. So what this is doing, let's see if it does anything. Yeah, completed successfully. This is going to talk to kind of our centralized server called GitHub, and it's going to ask, hey, are there any changes that someone else has made that I need? And now I did fetch, and if there are any changes, they're going to show up here on the pull menu or here under branches. So here I did fetch, and it's telling me that there are 27 changes that I don't have in my environment yet. So if I take a look at the history here, and I just scroll here, and the thing to notice is that there's one of the history lines here is bold and indented a little bit. It's test team city. This is the change, and this is telling me that my environment is here, that all of these changes that are above this, I don't have them in my environment yet. So which means that if I were to start working without doing a pull, I run the risk of having a conflict. So meaning that here inside of each one of these commits, or in each one of these commits, there are changes that I would like to build on top of. So if I don't get these things into my if I don't get these changes into my environment, I might run the risk of conflict. And how to resolve a conflict is something that I think we store for another time. But yeah, basically what we want is to get all of these changes into my environment. So the way to do that is just to press the pull button here. And again, we can just leave this on the default settings, and we just do pull. And now what's happening is that I am downloading or fetching, this is tough to use these words. So I'm applying these 27 changes to my environment. So the files, yeah, they're actually being downloaded. The files, the new changes on the files are being put into my project. So here I can see there's a change to the INI files, there's change to the USATs here and things like that. So all sorts of changes that are going in here. And now I'm just going to close. And yeah. So we're just going to ignore this thing here for a while. My environment is a little bit warped, but normally you're not going to get this. You're not going to get this error here. Or not this message here. But if we take a look, you can see that now fix an issue with setup dialog for transform units. So this is in bold now, which means that my environment is up to date. So I have everything that everyone else is everyone else is working on. So I'm just gonna go in here and quickly fix this. Just ignore this. So this is happening because I have my environment configured in a little bit of a weird way. That's just. These are the submodules that everyone loves. So, all right, now everything is just normal. I have pulled the latest changes, and I don't have any files that I'm working on right now. If I do fetch, if nobody is working in the past 5 minutes, then nothing's gonna happen. There's nothing to pull, and I am just up to date, which means that I can go in and I can open up Unreal and I can start making changes.